There we go. Okay. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Aces Field as we are getting ready for another Hicks TV live stream here on the Hicks TV YouTube channel. This afternoon, it's junior varsity football action coming to you live from Aces Field here in Hicksville, Ohio. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television here with Brian Williams. Brian running the camera. I'll be calling the action as best I can this afternoon. We were here on Friday night when the Tenora varsity Rams waylaid the Aces with a pretty lopsided victory. So the JVs are looking to bounce back a little bit this afternoon. Glad to have you here with us. Now, obviously, we don't get to cover as many of the JV contests as we would like because of scheduling and likewise when it comes to the junior high, but we always try our very best to get at least one or two JV football games and one or two junior high football games in every season. So we're very glad to be able to be here to bring you this junior high action. Some of the kids, you don't get to see them. They don't even dress for some of the kids don't even dress for the varsity games at this point. So it's a chance to see some of the younger players in action. Also, we should make mention that while we have the rosters from Friday's game, the varsity rosters are not always complete as far as the JV players are concerned. So for the Aces, we already know that there are a handful of players that we will only be able to identify by number. So we will not be able to give you the names of everybody. We do not have JV varsity or JV roster at this time. And likewise for Tenora, there may be a few where we just have to refer to them by their number as well. But we're going to make the best of it. And either way, we're sure we're going to have an enjoyable football game for you to watch this afternoon. Glad to have you with us on the live stream. Our Aces football coverage brought to you on Hicksville Community Television by the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. And even though we are here on this Monday and it is a junior varsity football game, again, all of the social distancing requirements and the other safety precautions for the coronavirus are in effect. So people are still asked to wear masks and use the social distancing. They made it easy. They have tape on the bleachers so you know where you can and can't sit to keep the proper amount of space between everybody. Again, no concessions here at Aces Field this afternoon. And again, you'll notice some other minor changes. The officials don't touch the ball. They have a little piece of plastic that they put down where the ball is supposed to be set by the setter. And again, this is JV, so the quarter's not as long. And they're getting ready to do the coin toss here. If I remember correctly, it's 10-minute quarters for junior varsity action rather than 12. And I'm not sure. I know at the junior high level, they don't do kickoffs and so forth. They just begin with the ball at the 30 or 35 yard line. We'll see how they do it with the JV. We'll find out here momentarily as they put 10 minutes on the main scoreboard clock. And they're spacing off. Looks like the Aces are going to receive. The Rams will kick off to start this game. That's number 2. I believe that is J.R. Mendoza for the Aces. And number 51 listed as Jacob Geisinger for the Rams. Both Mendoza and Geisinger sophomores. So glad to have you with us. This is the first of, I believe, 3 live streams that we're going to be doing for you on the Hicks TV channel this week. We're here for JV football today. Brian and I are going to be back with you, and we are going to be in the Red Zone Gymnasium for JV and varsity volleyball action starting at about 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. And then we're going to be here back where we are right now on Friday night for what may well be the last home game of this coronavirus football season for the Aces. They'll be hosting Wayne Trace. And Brian and I are probably going to try to get the live stream going. I think we're anticipating that we'll start at about 6 o'clock rather than 7 o'clock because it's going to be homecoming and senior night, we understand. So we're going to have both the homecoming and the senior night festivities done before the game. And then we'll have the actual game kicking off at 7 o'clock. And I'll see if I can get some more information about that we will share with you when we're at the volleyball game on Tuesday. And, of course, on Wednesday, we are going to do our normal couple live streams that just sort of update you on what's happening and update you again on the schedule and pass along the very latest information. So you can catch both of those. Those take place about 3:15 on Wednesday afternoon. We usually do the YouTube one first at about 3, and we follow that with Facebook at about 3:15. So getting everybody set and ready to go. And we'll get ready for some junior varsity football here on the Hicks TV YouTube channel. Again, glad to have you with us this Monday afternoon. A little bit gloomy. Not bad, but we do have kind of a cloudy, overcast sky. Be a good afternoon to play football, not too hot. Brian hasn't started shivering yet and put his sweatshirt on, so it can't be that bad.
Nope.
And the Aces will break huddle, and they've already got the football, so I'm assuming that, they will not be kicking off. And they're heading out. It looks like they're going to get started at the 35-yard line. So it'll be Aces ball, 1st and 10, as we'll get our JV action underway here on Hicks TV. Quarterback for the Aces, number 20, Aaron Klima. Split back beside him, number 15, Asher Ukina. Klima launches it, and he misses his intended receiver, number 18, Rylan Bassett, and then off the knee pads of one of the Tenora defenders. So incompletion. That'll make it 2nd and 10. Clock will stop. The incomplete pass with 9:57 to go. So a 3-second play to start things off. Split back side to side of Klima. High snap. Hangs onto the ball himself and nothing doing. It looks like he might have lost about a yard. They tied him up around the ankles and they bring Aaron down about 34 and a half yard line. Klima rolling out, gets the ball away, and again, a little off target. Intended receiver was Mendoza, but that's going to fall to the turf, bring up 4th and 11. And they're going to have Mendoza drop back for the punt. Want to make mention too, we'll do this after the punt here. Mendoza puts his foot into it, hits down at about the 40, scooped up at the 36. That's number 11 for the Rams, who I have listed as Cole Anders, sophomore. Anders gets out to midfield and breaks into Aces territory, and the Rams will start at the Aces 49-yard line. I want to make mention, too, that we, as we are learning more and more and becoming more experienced with our live streaming, We switched around some of the settings on our camera to hopefully give you a better picture, better quality picture. But with the widescreen that we have on the camera right now, our zoom in, zoom out is a little bit different. So we may not be able to get you some of the close-up shots that we had in previous weeks, but we'll trade that off for improved clarity and sharpness of our picture. Rams pickup of a couple on that last play while I was going over all that exciting technical stuff that doesn't bore anybody at all. Picked up a couple on the last play. Here we go. Their quarterback, Braden Rostai, number 12, hands it off to number 34. That's Joey Geisinger. Geisinger along the sideline. Geisinger heading towards home, and they knock him out somewhere around the, looks like about the 8-yard line. So a long and strong run from Joey Geisinger puts the Rams in the red zone with a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. They'll bring the play in from the sideline. Rostai. Quick handoff to Gustweiler, Grady Gustweiler, number 4. Gustweiler powering it down a little closer to the 5-yard line. They're going to give it to him at the, let's see where they mark it. I think it's at the 7. Gain of 1. Braden Rostai again working under center. Puts a man in motion. Hand off to number 11. He's heading in, and touchdown. Cole Anders with a 7-yard scamper into the end zone, and touchdown Rams as Tenora strikes first in today's junior varsity game to take a 6-0 lead over the Aces. They're going to bring out number 76, who's Dylan Camp. Camp's a junior, but he's doing the field goal kicking for the JV squad, and that one's good. 7-0. So the Aces not able to get much of anything going offensively to start the game. The Rams get good field position after the Mendoza punt and march down 49 yards into the end zone. And only take about a minute or so off the clock in doing it. So 7:33 to go. Again, clock will stop, but we've got a change of possession. So Aces with the ball back, and again, they don't do kickoffs, so they'll again put the ball at their own 35-yard line. That's where either team will start after the other team scores. Klima. Hard count and then pulls up and gets the actual play from the sideline. Throws it, caught. Mendoza, JR at the 40-yard line and negotiating out to about the 44, pickup of 9. J.R. Mendoza, good catch and run, gets him a 2nd and 1. In position, again, Klima out of the shotgun. And again, going to the air, and he's going to overthrow his intended receiver, Bassett. That one just a little too high. I'll bring up 3rd and 1. We'll see if the Aces are going to keep it on the ground and just try to power it ahead for a yard, or if they'll go to the air again. And that time he got his own guy to jump, so that'll be a 3rd and 6 now. So Klima's hard count causes one of his own players to shift on the offensive line. That'll back him up 5 for the false start. So 3rd and 6 now. Klima keeps the ball himself, and he's going to get back to about the 41-yard line, but that's going to bring up 4th down again for the Aces on their side of the field. And again, J.R. Mendoza is going to drop back to punt. Rams put a couple of guys back deep. High parabola comes down at the 40-yard line, hit you almost immediately. That was quite a pop. Jacob Overly. And Overly only gets about 3 yards on the return. They'll bring him down at the 43-yard line of the Rams, and that's where Tenora will set up shop. Braden Rostai, again the quarterback for the JV Rams. Rostai dropping back, launches it, didn't get it, but he made it, makes the catch. And a flag is thrown. The receiver was Overly, number 3. I didn't think Rostai was going to get it to him because it looked like that ball did not come off of his hand cleanly when he made the throw. But he got a nice arc, and Overly got under it. And I think that the penalty would have been against the Aces, and it is obviously declined by the Rams. They're going to take the yardage. That takes them all the way down to the Aces' 31-yard line. Rostai pitches back. That's to number 4, Grady Gustweiler. And Gustweiler motors down to about the 22-yard line. And they're going to say actually the 21-yard line, and they're going to give him 10, so 1st down for the Rams. Rostai comes in with the play. Rostai, a 5'10", 150-pound freshman. Quick inside handoff. And breaking through and into the end zone, number 34 again, Joey Geisinger. Geisinger puts 6 more on the board for the Rams to make it 13-0. This game is starting to shape up an awful lot like the varsity game did on Friday night. Again, Camp in to attempt the extra point. And he made it. Camp kicked the ball a little bit on the high side, got near the top of the ball, and it was sort of spinning over, but it made it. It did what it had to do. It cleared the crossbar between the uprights, put the point on the board. It's 14-0 Rams with 5:07 still to go in the first quarter. Bill and Brian, glad to have you here with us on this Hicks TV YouTube channel live stream. Of course, this game is also going to be on Mediacom Channel 12, as always, but that'll be on the tape delay. 35-yard lines for the Aces once again. Fourth time they find themselves here. Once to start the game. Once after each score. Yeah, that third time. I can count. And again, about a yard loss on the first play from scrimmage. Put the little piece of pink plastic down at the 34-yard line to make it 2nd and 11. Klima, low snap. Boom. And in the time it took him to get the ball up off the turf, it was a low snap. And he kind of, I won't really say a fumble, but it hit his hands and hit the turf. He picked it up, and then he pitched it over to Ukina. And Ukina, by that time, had gotten dialed in by the Rams defense. And as soon as the ball was in his hands, he was on his back. So good defense from the Rams, and another loss for the Aces as that puts him back to the 28-yard line. Moving in the wrong direction here on this series of plays.
Oh, no.
Klima is going to launch it, and I can't tell if number 37, which that's Joshua Bland for the Rams, got a hand on that or deflected it a little bit, but Mendoza not able to make the grab, and again, 4th and long, and again, JR will be dropping back to punt the ball away to the Rams. 3:44 left to go, first quarter action. Long snap, punt, high, short kick, and a fair catch called at the Rams' 49-yard line by Jacob Overly. So Overly makes the fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10 to Nora at their own 49-yard line here when we resume action. First and 10 for the Rams. 3:39 left in our opening quarter. Rostai with the pitch out. Keeping his legs churning, and another good strong carry for Joey Geisinger. Geisinger is going to get enough for another Rams first down as he takes it all the way down. Let's see, they're going to mark it on the Aces 40-yard line. Pickup of 11. Rostai again, a handoff, this time to a number 4, Gustweiler. Gustweiler down near the 25. Let's see where they mark him down. They're going to say 27-yard line. Rostai, quick handoff, and he manages to escape. I thought they had him dead to rights. It's Cole Anders with the carry, and I thought they were going to stuff Cole right at the line of scrimmage for little or no gain, but he managed somehow to shake himself loose and get some forward progress down to about the 22-yard line. Pickup of 5. So the Rams offense so far pretty much having their way with the Aces defense in this junior varsity matchup. As the road crew painting unit drives by on the road behind us. And there's a no gain on that play, as the Aces were able to pursue and bring him down, maybe a yard picked up, down to the 21. Yeah, they were out painting lines on the state routes today. Well, they're still doing it. So watch you don't get any paint on that nice red truck of yours. Talking to Brian, not anybody out there with a red truck. Rostai rolling back in the air. It's got a man wide open. It's caught. It doesn't get any easier than that. I think that was Will Newman, number 80, that made the grab. Yep. Had to wait for him to turn enough so I could see his number. So Newman makes the catch from 21 yards out to make it 20-0. Oh, and that one's blocked. So Camp now 2 for 3 as the extra point attempt is unsuccessful, and the score will remain Aces 0 and the visiting Rams 20. 53 seconds left to go in our opening quarter. As the Aces will get ready to go back on offense at the 35-yard line. Yeah, I got a call earlier today, too, about some interest in possibly having Hicks TV live stream another event coming up in November. Not going to say anything about it. We don't have anything set yet, but if all falls into place, I have something kind of interesting coming up in November. I think it'll be kind of fun. That we'll do on the live stream. And it has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. I'll throw that out too. Klima, not much there. And again, about a 2-yard loss on the opening play. So yeah, we're not going to be doing any of those like WKRP where we throw turkeys out of a helicopter or anything. Nothing weird like that. Nothing Thanksgiving related.
Live turkeys.
Yeah, no, we're not doing anything with live turkeys. When we were doing the 4-H Junior Fair poultry show, one of my other volunteers nearly had a heart attack when a turkey got loose. Oh, loose on the turf. I think the Aces got it back. It was a bobbled exchange between Klima and Bassett. Ball hit the turf, but I think the Aces were able to recover. It'll be 3rd down. I guess that we have a timeout.
That's what it looks like.
Or was that the end? Oh, that was the end of the quarter. Oh. Okay. See, we get talking about this interesting stuff and trying to tease people with things that are going to be happening, and we lose track of the important stuff at hand. So I apologize for that. End of the first quarter, and it's the visiting Tenora Rams leading the Aces in our junior varsity game, 20-0. We'll switch ends of the field and get ready for quarter number 2, and that'll give me some time to say a big thank you to our football broadcast underwriters. There are basketball broadcast underwriters too, though, I can cover myself that way. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you are in the market for a vehicle, whether you want one that is brand spanking new or pre-owned, car, truck, van, SUV, you can either stop by or go online to check out the great selection that they have on the lots at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. And remember, if you don't see what it is you're looking for, let the folks at Jim Schmidt know what vehicle you're interested in. They always do their very best to see to it that you get exactly the vehicle that you not only want, but the one that you need, because it's all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Again, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Trunk Lot, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Aces with a 3rd and 14. And once again swarmed under for a loss back at the 25-yard line. That's going to be 4th down and a loss of about 6. So 4th and 20 for Hicksville. Mendoza back to do the punting chores. Snap, high snap, Mendoza gets it. Another high kick, short kick, comes down, takes an aces bounce, and Klima's going to down it at the Hicksville 39-yard line. So the ball hit at about the 41, but it took a Tenora bounce, and Klima right there to grab the ball and stop it before it went any further downfield. Direction for the field marker crew. Rams back in action. Rosti, the quarterback, he works under center most of the time. Rosti, quick handoff. And that's number 34, nice spin move. And Geisinger evades a bunch of tackles and manages to power his way down to about the 33-yard line. Pickup of 6. Now, I should mention, when we get to halftime, I believe they take a 10-minute break at halftime, but there is no band or anything like that here, so we are probably going to end this live stream at the half, and then we will resume about 8 or so minutes later. I think that would be preferable for us, just leaving the camera running on an empty field for 8 minutes or whatever. So we will probably end the live stream at the end of the first half. We'll take about a 7-8 minute break, and then we'll fire things back up for the second half. Just so everybody is aware. And of course, in the next week or so, later this week, we'll download this and we'll edit it and put it all together in a single broadcast. You can watch it on Mediacom Channel 12 without noticing anything, and probably we'll post the edited version on the YouTube as well, so you can have your choice. You can either watch the live stream version or the edited version of the football game. And we're going to try to do that for most of the sports we cover with the live stream. We'll have both a live stream and an edited version you can watch. Although I have to admit, I usually don't edit out a lot of the mistakes, because that's what makes watching it worthwhile sometimes. You never know what we might do or say. Aces back out onto the field. 8:26 to go in the first half. It's Rams ball at the Aces 33-yard line. Rosti hands off, and he's got some running room still on his feet, powering down inside the 20-yard line. Cole Anders. Anders, another good run from scrimmage, and that'll move the chains. First and 10 now for the Rams from the Aces 17-yard line.
Well, they just went up to St. Joe this year with the kids and Devin.
Rams will break huddle. Tenora will get the ball to start the third quarter. That's number 4, Gustweiler with the carry. Gustweiler, not much there. They might have gotten a yard. I think they're going to just give him to the 17-yard line, no gain. Second and 10. Clock continuing to roll. We go under 7.5 minutes in the half. Rostai looking things over. Gets under center. Pitches out to number 34, Geisinger. Geisinger goes wide. Geisinger gets around the corner. Geisinger scampers into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Tenora up now 26-0. So very much a possibility of the running clock for the Aces rather, for the entirety of the second half. I think they do the running clock in the junior varsity level.
I think so.
Kick is up and the kick is good from Camp. 27-0. As the pummeling continues, the Aces are getting it taken to them at the hands of the Rams here this afternoon in our junior varsity contest. And the Rams came into town on Friday for the varsity football match and did a number on the Aces. They shut Hicksville out. Second pretty hefty loss in 2 weeks for the Aces after their opening win against Edgerton. So looking forward to hopefully seeing them bounce back against Wayne Trace coming up this Friday. So Aces ball again at their own 35-yard line. So far on all their possessions, there's only been, I think, one time that they've been able to advance the ball past the 35. Klima goes to Mendoza. Mendoza off his hands and incomplete. He could have held on to that. He probably would have been out near midfield at least. He had a good head of steam going. But it just bounces off his fingertips. Snap, Klima, inside handoff, and the ball's fumbled. And I'm not sure who got it. I think it's it is the Rams. That's the second time that the handoff between Bassett and Klima has put the ball on the turf. And this time one of the Rams is there to fall on the ball. So it'll be a turnover for the Aces, fumble lost. And the Rams will take over in prime position with the ball at the Aces' 35-yard line. Rostai again, a quick handoff to Gustweiler. Gustweiler picking up about 4 and 2nd and 6.
He's picking up my mental telepathy. It'll be a long night if I gotta listen to Dad all night.
Rostai up under center, puts a man in motion. gives the ball to him. And Cole Anders gets it to the 29-yard line on the carry. That'll make it 3rd and about 4.
Sometimes my mouth runs, my brain works.
Can I record that?
No, I do fine. Sometimes it's better to let them go.
Rams back up on the line. Wide receiver out on either side. 2 backs in the backfield behind Rostai. Pitches it over to Gusweiler. Gusweiler trying to get around the corner. He does, and they finally bring him down before he's able to really break free, but not before he goes across the 20-yard line and picks up a 1st down for the Rams. Rams break huddle. 1st and 10 from the Aces' 19-yard line. Quick handoff. Their power back, number 34, Joey Geisinger. Muscles a little closer to the end zone. Geisinger going to take it down to about the 12. Make it 2nd and 3. Rolling out, pitches it out, and the Aces are waiting. That's one of the best defensive plays we've seen this afternoon as they drop the Rams for about a 3-yard loss back at the 15-yard line. As Rostai pitched it out to Gusweiler, but the Aces were waiting for him that time. They'll bring him down, and that'll make it 3rd and 6. Rostai, inside handoff, and into the end zone. Cole Anders, from 15 yards out, makes it 33-0. And again, they're going to bring out Camp. The junior getting a workout. Picking up some more points to his credit. He gets another one. He's 4 out of 5 this afternoon, and his good kick makes it 34-0 Rams. With 3:59 to go in the first half. Again, you're watching junior varsity football action on the Hicks TV channel on YouTube on the live stream. Bill Murphy, Brian Williams, glad to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. I know it's not the best outing for Aces fans. But again, it's a good chance to see some of the younger players in action. And we like to give them their chance to get a little coverage as well every year. We try to do 1 or 2 of the junior varsity games. So glad to be able to be out here this afternoon on a Monday. Again, our next live stream of the week will be coming your way tomorrow night from the Red Zone, the main gymnasium at Hicksville High School, as it'll be varsity and junior varsity girls volleyball action. I think it's Ayersville that'll be there. I think they're hosting Ayersville. Anyway, JV game will start. The match starts at 5:30. Klima. Dropping back to throw. Ball in the air. Just out of the hands of Mendoza and incomplete. Clock is continuing to roll, so they've instituted the continuous clock. Did not stop. Either that or it was an error on the scorekeeper's part, but we're not going to say anything either way. Klima, again to the snap, again with the throw, again intended for Mendoza, and again just off his hands, just a little bit high and a little bit out in front of him. Third and 10 now. Still at the 35-yard line for the Aces. Klima on third down. Still looking to put the ball in the air. Mendoza again, a jump attempt to catch the ball. And again, incomplete. Fourth down. And JR looks to be dropping back to punt. Got Cole Anders is the deep man. And Carter Gilliam, the mid-range. It's going to come towards Gilliam. And Gilliam is going to just let it bounce. He's going to scoop it up at the last minute, and they'll take him down almost right away.
I have to switch up.
So Gilliam gets the ball to about the 40. Let's see where they're going to mark it down at about the 38-yard line. Clock will stop while they change possession. 1:47 to go in the half. And again, unless they surprise us and don't put a lot of time on, we're anticipating probably a 10-minute halftime. And if that is the case, we will be ending this live stream, and then we'll be back with the second half live stream in about 8 minutes after that. Rosti split backs on either side. Laterals it out, it's caught. Brought down at the 35-yard line for about a 3-yard loss. Gilliam, that was number 80. Will Newman, the receiver. Newman made the catch, but wasn't able to do any of the running afterwards. Rams break huddle, and here we go. Under a minute to go in the first half. Rosti pitches it out. Working his way through traffic. He's got some running room on the far sideline, still on his feet. That was Geisinger. And he manages to get down. He crosses midfield into Aces territory, and they finally get him out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. Clock continues to roll. We'll see if the Rams get one more play off here before the half comes to an end. Looks like they should be able to. Rosti dropping back to throw. Puts it in the air. He's got a man open. Caught. And into the end zone. Again, Will Newman makes the grab and motors it in. That'll make it 40-0. All zeros on the scoreboard, as you can see. So they'll kick the extra point, and we'll get ready for halftime. Camp. Kick is up. Kick is good. So we've reached halftime of this Monday afternoon's JV football game here on the Hicks TV channel, the YouTube channel live stream. And at the intermission, halftime score, it's the visiting Tenora Rams 41 and the Hicksville Aces 0. We want to thank you for joining us on the live stream, and again, a big thank you to our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. No halftime entertainment or anything like that, so Brian and I are going to sign off from the live stream right now, but we're going to be back with you in about 8.5 minutes from right now. We'll resume our second live stream with the second half of action here on the Hicks TV YouTube channel. So until then, we wish you all a good afternoon, and we'll talk to you with the second half on the live stream coming up about 8 minutes or so from right now on the Hicks TV YouTube channel.